Let's talk about the brand new exotic shotgun in the Division 2, the Sheriff. We're able to get this right now on the new Master Mission. Guaranteed for your first Master clear, chance-based drop on any other difficulty. And it's pretty decent. I'm going to go through a few builds today, my thought process along what builds I initially thought I'd use this on, show you some gameplay, and I'll answer if I think this is worth it or not at the end. But I want you guys, this is kind of like a conversation starter. I want you to discuss this with me in the comments. If you've got builds yourself, DM me in the Discord. I want to see them. Already had a few come through. I'd love to test some of your builds out and maybe fall in love with one of them and do a full-on video. All these builds I show you today, like this one now, are just kind of like theory crafting, just some ideas I've had of what type of build they're going on. I'm not saying these are the best builds or anything like that. It's just my thought right now, my thoughts on them, give you some ideas of some builds as well, and just discuss it. If any of these builds do really well, perform really well, we will do dedicated videos for them. But this is the first build that I thought of with the Sheriff Shotgun. When it came out on the PTS, I thought high-end damage. It was really good, and we've tested it today. What I really love about the Sheriff is like the range on it. It's a whole sort of selling point, really, the range on the shotgun. Like, you can shoot this thing at range and destroy things. However, I was kind of like struggling with it at range, so I've changed this build up a little bit, and I want to give a shout out to Jacket, who used this wall here in the shooting range. This is where we could test how much the spread is on the shotgun on the shots. Right now, I'm going to show you a spread if I was going to just throw on we're currently using a spot on holster here for the accuracy, but if I throw on a Grupo, I just want to show you the spread at this range to that wall, and look how big the reticle is compared to having spot on, right? And I'm just gonna fire it there, and you can kind of see like the spread just at that range. The longer distance, the more that's going to spread and stuff on moving targets. But if we throw on the spot on holster, we can make that smaller. So we're going to throw that on, and all of a sudden you can see a smaller reticle when you're aiming. Now, this is making me think of different builds already, and I haven't had time to dig deeper. But look at this. Yeah? Slight difference. More accuracy. Okay? So, even better. So what I'm saying is, now, I've kind of gone with a crit chance, crit damage build of this for the Overdog gloves. Here's the building for we've got. Let me remove my camera a second. We have got the sharpshooter specialization for some weapon handling. Also, we've got the Sheriff shotgun. None of the other weapons matter. I've got 3-piece Providence. That's giving me headshot damage, crit chance, crit damage. Perfect glass cannon. Also got perfect vigilance on the backpack there as well. Overdog gloves. We've gone with these urban spot on holster because 10% accuracy, 38% accuracy. I haven't optimized this yet. And chest knee pads for more crit chance. The crits I'm able to get up on this is 56% with 163 crit damage with crit damage mods as well. And this performs quite well. This is my initial sort of thought with the Sheriff shotgun was to go on an all damage build. And I'm going to show you how this looks like now. Now, without the accuracy, I was using this with a Grupo instead. And I've tried it with a Turmoil as well. Didn't really like it like that. But we're just going to go on like an easy sort of mission. Let's go to Lincoln Memorial. And it just wasn't that great at range. It just felt like I wanted to get close though. And with an all red glass cannon build, high damage, you don't really want to be having to get close. I haven't actually tried it with the spot on yet, but I can already see that it's going to be quite good. So we're going to just start going through this mission. We will go a little bit easier. Not easier, sorry. Normal rather than invaded. And we're not going to do the whole mission. We're just going to show you how you kind of want to use this build. It is high damage. It's very good. And we'll just get a few kills of it, do an area or two. And I've got 2 other builds that I tried, which are more face tanky builds. Because my initial test with the high damage just wasn't, I wasn't really enjoying it. I thought I want to get up close. I made some more survivable builds. Oh, by the way, this is broke right now. When you're in cover, it is also meant to have that accuracy. As you can see, it doesn't. So you've got to be out of cover right now to get it. That's in the known issues, or on the known issues board, and that is getting fixed. So you will be able to use it in cover when that gets fixed. This is a problem in the PTS, but look at the damage of it. It's insane. It's so good. I'm getting a little bit too close here. I should have stayed a bit further back. We got reanimated on as well, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I will get some better footage in the next area, but just look how easy they're going down. So much damage on it. It's so good. So you can picture yourself kind of in a squad right now, and you're the one that's kind of sitting off a little bit, just picking at targets, which is how I envisaged the build, to be honest with you. I was going to be fighting at a bit more range. It's a ranged shotgun. I was going to be doing insane damage. And it works well for that. It really does. But then you start comparing it to other builds that you do that with, especially when you run Legendary. We'll speak about my thoughts on where I think the Sheriff kind of fits in terms of content in a few moments. But, yeah, it works good. But then you do start thinking about other builds that you use at this sort of range, whether it's like a rifle build, even an AR build, and how they kind of perform better. Because where the Sheriff, I think, kind of lets you down is just the mag size and the reload. Like, look at that reload. I tried the Centurion Scabbard with it, and that was great because I could switch weapon and have an instant reload all the time, which was really good. But I was having to switch weapon all the time, and personally, I weren't enjoying that. If it was on controller, probably a little bit better, but I have an issue with the key bindings 1 and 2. I was hitting 3 by accident sometimes. It was really starting to annoy me. But yeah, the scabbard holster works good if the reloading is really annoying for you. Throw that on, swap weapons, it reloads for you. But it's so powerful, as you can see. It's heroic content right now. Absolutely melting the ads. We've got no survivability whatsoever, though, have we? So that's where my trailer thought then went, well, let's make a survivable build. Let's make something that's got some blue cores. Let's get in people's faces. And let's see how that performs. So we're going to show you the first build that I came up with now. Once we get rid of these reanimated enemies. I think we're good. So the second build I came up with was this one here. Now, Hunter's Fury, you're thinking, okay, this goes against the whole thing of being at range. It does, but what the shotgun kind of gives you is the range aspect, and with the Hunter's Fury, you've also got the close aspect as well. Kind of adds an extra layer to Hunter's Fury, I guess, and this did work very, very well. I'll show you now over a couple of areas, but with this build, I've got a specialization for rate of fire. Obviously, we've got the new shotgun again, the Sheriff, and the other weapons don't matter. I went 4-piece Hunter's Fury on this one, and you can see every single one is a blue core, so we've got armor rolled with crit damage. Okay, got crit chance mods on. I'm going to show you why in a moment. So crit damage on every single piece with armor. Then for the chest piece, I went the equalizer. Again, crits, crit chance mod, perfect obliterate. And for the backpack, I went the memento for survivability and everything else that it gives you. Memento is a great backpack. We went with that. Now I'm running. I've got 5 blue cores there for survivability. I've got 2 red cores there for damage. I've got a skill tier as well. My Crusader shield is 6 skill tiers. Yeah, lots of survivability, lots of health regen, things like that. And we're still going to be doing some damage. The only issue with a build like this is the critical hit chance. I'm down at 34%, even with 3 crit chance mods on and only 104 crit damage. So at this point, you're kind of thinking, do you even go into crits? Do you go for something like headshot damage or weapon handling? I do think weapon handling's a huge shout because of what we've shown you earlier in the firing range. Weapon handling's going to improve this at range a lot, making range fighting a lot better. But this is what I came up with. We're going to give you a quick gameplay of this build. And I quite like this one. I did. Oh, we got some rogue agents. We might die, yeah. We will see how we go. If we die, it's all good. I've not fought rogue agents yet, okay? I've not fought them yet. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. If we wipe, I don't even care right now because I was not meant to be taking on rogue agents in this gameplay, okay? The game is not working well right now with us. It's going against us. We're going to die. We're not set up for this. We're not set up for this, rogue agents. Why did you spawn? Let's try and get my shield back. If I can get my shield back, we might be okay. Definitely want to hit that med kit. The reload is killing us. The reload on tough content is really where... We'll talk about it in a minute on what sort of content I think this shotgun's for. And why the tougher content, I just don't think it's for. But we'll get to that. We managed it. How we survived there, I don't know. One down. Talk about it now, actually. One of the reasons why I think, when I say tougher sort of content, I'm talking like legendaries, a lot of tanky enemies. It's the reload speed, how often you're having to reload and stuff. I did a legendary with it, DUA, and I just went straight back to my normal legendary AR build because it wasn't that great. But we got through that. That was touch and go, though. Let's do another area without rogue agents and just show you some more casual content like heroic. It is on heroic. I think this sort of build would be great for heroic content, great for open world. We'll go and get into another area now and show you how good this can perform. And then we do have another one, though. This is like so many blue cores on this one. The other build I'm going to show you will probably handle tougher enemies a little bit better. Let's hit reload before we go. So the idea of this build is that you can just get in their face, but we can have range as well. The accuracy works. You can see it's still tearing through enemies. With Hunter's Fury, it works great at close range. But it does give you the option where if an enemy is at far range, we can still compete with them. Got to remember reanimated's on. I really wish I turned this off. But we can work at range as well with this gun. So it allows you to work at range, then push in and go close. It's a nice little combination. A bit more diversity for Hunter's Fury build, I think. You have that added protection when you're close range and the added damage at close range. Hunter's Fury also giving you shotgun damage as well. But this build's easy. The Memento backpack giving you tons of survivability. So while you're taking down these ads and you're then pushing forward, you're picking up those Memento trophies, you're getting that bonus armor. It gives you a very safe push. Allows you to take a lot of damage without even using your shield. And then when you do pull out your shield, you got a 6 skill tier Crusader shield, which is pretty decent. I do like this build. I did have a lot of fun with this build. And you can see it in action there. So we've just took on some rogue agents with it. We've just took on an area with it. Very, very easy. Real powerful shotgun, even with all those blue cores on the build. It is still wrecking heroic enemies. Would I take this into a legendary? No. Would I take the build I've shown you first into a legendary? No. Will I take the next build into the legendary? Probably not. But for heroic content, these builds are so powerful and it's so easy. I'm actually going to show you the third build I came up with now. This one is a little bit of Hunter's Fury again. But this time, we're bringing in a gear set I've never used, Concentrated Company. I was kind of not sold on this, but we spoke about it in stream, and I put it on, and I like it. It takes a while to charge up, so I'm not going to see the full effect of it now. But I did like it. So with this third build, it's again a build that you can kind of push with and get close with. Probably not as well as Hunter's Fury, but it offers some survivability, and it hits harder than the Hunter's Fury build. It's not hard as the first build is showing you with glass and everything, obviously. Gunner specialization, again, maybe for the armor on kill rate of fire there. Probably go with different specializations. The Sheriff Shotgun, again, doesn't matter about the other weapons. We're going with the Ninja Bike Backpack. This is because we're trying to proc some extra things on the pieces that we're wearing. So with the Ninja Bike, we can go one piece Hunter's Fury to also get the shotgun damage. That's why we got the one piece Hunters there. Kept that as a blue armor roll. So blue armor with crit damage. And again, you'll see that this build has crit chance mods on for the same reason as before. The crit chance is going to be very low. We got one piece Badger Tough. We've actually got the 0F's Badger Tough with Unbreakable on. Now, when I used this before, I actually said while I was using it in stream, what I'd probably do here is drop Unbreakable, maybe even go Obliterate on the build, maybe even go for the Equalizer. I wasn't really proccing Unbreakable that much, but the idea was that obviously Badger Tough, 10% shotgun damage, we've got another armor core, and we got Unbreakable for survivability. So this is where we're getting the survivability out of the build. And then the other 3 pieces are concentrated company. They are all weapon damage, all crit damage. I haven't even optimized them yet, but that's the other 3 pieces for the gloves, knee pads, and the holster. Again, Crusader Shield. This time we're only going to have a 4 skill tier Crusader Shield. We've got the 3 blue cores and the skill tier on the Ninja. You could go Technician for an extra one if you wanted to. You could even amend this a little bit to go 6 skill tier Shield if you want to go Technician and 1 more blue on one of these concentrated pieces. Loads you could do here to amend it, but this is how I played with it earlier in stream, and it worked well. I like it. So we're now just going to go and finish off this mission with this build. Now, like I said, I've never really used Concentrated Company before, but one thing I noticed with this is that it does take quite a while, in a group anyway. It was taking me quite a while to get the stacks up. But when the stacks were up, oh boy. Like, they decay so slowly. So if you're kind of in a long mission or whatever, I know some people use the firing range to get it stacked up beforehand. But yeah, once you get them up, it decays so slow. It's 1 stack every 10 seconds. It decays, and you keep that extra damage for so long. Obviously, we got reanimated on now, so these headshots are ridiculous. Take no notice of those numbers. I'm trying to hit them in the body instead, but you can see it's melting, right? But the stacks are going up dead slow. This build's got to take a lot of charging up for the Concentrated Company. You can run a skill. I think, I'm not 100% sure on this because I don't use it, but I think if you run a skill as well, like a striker drone, and get the striker drone targeting the enemies with you or something, then you'll get the stacks up quicker. In a group, obviously, it should go up quicker as well. Especially if your group allow you to get some kills and you're all focusing a target or whatever. You can get them up. But right now, my stacks are barely up. So we're not going to see the full potential of this right now. But if you know Concentrated Company, you know how it works. You can see how I'm wrecking with no stacks. It's good. You can't... It's not as survivable as the Hunter's Fury build, but it hits harder. And the Hunter's Fury build hit quite good as well, to be fair. But right now, while the cover is broken, it's a great way to be out of cover all the time with these shield builds and still have some cover in form of your shield. Hopefully, I think over the next few days, I think I read on the notice board that they are fixing the cover situation, so you will be able to go into cover and still have all this accuracy with the reticle and distance. And when that happens, I think, especially the first build I've shown you is going to be a lot better. Because a build like that, you want to use cover. Full-on glass cannon, full-on red. Cover's quite a nice thing to be able to use. And still keep, you know, the points of the shotgun. But yeah. You see this build at work. We'll finish the mission off. I'll kind of go into the conclusion of the video now. Is the Sheriff worth it? Yeah, of course it is. It hits so hard. If you're shotgun fan, excuse me. If you oh, I'm the dying cop. If you're a shotgun fan, you're gonna love this. It hits so hard. There's probably so much you can do with it. I'm excited to see what sort of builds you've got. I do keep going back to compare it against other builds that I use for similar sort of content, though. And I'm like, is it going to take me away from those builds? Probably not. But in terms of like heroic open world farming, I think that's where the Sheriff is going to shine and be the most fun. I can imagine running around farming stretch goals with this, or levels. Taking it into a legendary mission with my current strategies and playstyle, I'm probably not going to use it, mainly because of how much I'm going to be reloading. Like, yes, it hits hard. Yes, you'll kill enemies, but I just know if I throw on my normal legendary build, which is a striker glass cannon build, I just know I'm going to tear through the spawn so much quicker. Just so much quicker. I'm used to that. It works well for how I play. Maybe it's that, but you know, you're reloading so much. As you can see, you're reloading so much. It's a small mag size. You could play into the reload. You could get that reload lower for sure. You get the mag size up for sure, because it's such a low mag anyway. Even using like 3-piece unit alloys or whatever, You're not going to increase it by much. What, 50%? Take me to about 13, 14 mag maybe. And yes, I could bring in the Centurion Scabbard and I can cancel out the reload. I'm still having to change my weapon over all the freaking time. Is that going to hurt? It is going to hurt. So yeah, personally right now, really like the gun. How can you not? I do think its place is sort of heroic difficulty, pretty much anything. I was using it and testing it in the master mission as well, and I still preferred an AR sort of build over this. Again, just because how often you're reloading and stuff, it really does affect the damage output in a way, because you're reloading more than you're shooting at times. Yeah, it's good. I do like it. I think it has a ton of potential. And these are just my thoughts. This is my initial thoughts. Is what this video is. My initial thoughts on the Sheriff, and is it worth it? A couple of builds that I've had an idea with. These are what we've been playing around in stream with. A lot of you guys have been jumping in stream, having a look, giving me some feedback. Some of these builds were kind of like amended based on your feedback as well. But I want to try more. So let me know in the comments what you're doing with it, what you think of it. I'd appreciate that. I like it. I've shared my views, and if you've got some specific builds that you want to send me, jump in my Discord. It's linked in the description. Send me a DM with the build. Give me the gameplay loop if there is any. And if I like the looks of them, I'll put them together. I'll give them a test. I do have one in there already I'm going to have a look at. That includes, would you believe it, a provocateur chess piece. Intrigued by that one. Thanks for sending it in. But if I make some builds that I really, truly love, we'll actually get some dedicated build videos out for it, so make sure you send them in. But thank you for watching this one. Like the video as always, comment down below to support it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.